Ay, ay, ay. Alright, we've been linked some clear data. Man, how do I zoom in? Can I do this? Okay, very nice. Alright. FFLogs drama? No, this is clear data for this too. New to the game started last week. Can I join? Join what, man? I'm just sat here talking about shit. I'm mainly an endgame streamer, so it's unlikely you'll be able to join me in, like, content at the moment, but get to endgame and sure, we'll see what happens, you know? Welcome to the game, though. You have any questions? Ask away. Wait, so... So, does this mean 2,000 people... Sorry, 210,000 people total cleared Coquitos. And this is the percentage for each DC. Yes, Coquitos. Cocktoe. So I don't know if you can read this, but... Oh, light 8%. Wait. Bro, it's actually higher than chaos now. I remember when chaos was higher every single fucking tier, man. Oh, chaos, how far you have fallen. Oh my god. I mean, let's be real, it's because they're all coming over here, but, you know. We did it fucking finally. It only took, like, since April 2019. Oh, is it based on where you're from? Oh, really? Fucking Lamau. Get fucked. I honestly, like, that's all I needed to see, man. But that's for P9. P10. So, like, take note of these two lines in the middle. Okay, we are still ahead all the way until the end. But only 2% of people that attempted raids on light. Wait, no, yeah. 2% of the total population were from light and cleared this. Oh my god, man. And we're still ahead of chaos the whole time. Holy shit, bro. Like, fucking look at mana, though, like. This is what I mean, man, like... Like, JP not only has more players, but more of them raid, too. It's really a shame that we think so differently to JP. Because they could really be the driving force behind change. But, no. They hate us. But, only 40% of the raiding player base actually cleared the tier. Holy fuck, man. Maybe things only listen to us. Yeah, it's so weird, man. Like, we need, like, a fucking, like, United Nations FF14 edition. To just come together and, like, be like, actually. Look at your earlier tiers. Yeah. I will. I'm just looking at this for a minute. So that's pretty interesting. It's very interesting. But honestly, like, this is such a huge win, man. Like, this is such a huge fucking win. For light. Finally the better DC. Keck W. I don't know. I mean, like, look at these top two, right? So this is, like, the second and third column, or row, sorry, is ether versus crystal. And, like, ether is, like, consistently, like, 2-3% ahead. Even more, 4%, 5% even. But that's also because a lot of crystal goes to ether to raid. So, that's how they find parties. Primal is under Dynamis. I mean... Jesus, man. Yo, Materia, you're doing better than Dynamis, though. How do you feel? By a whole 21. It's pretty cool, man. Alright, let's look at Abyssos. This is Abyssos. Bear in mind, this was 2 whole patches. This was 6.2 and 6.3 combined. And it's only 50,000 higher. And Light was still better than Chaos. Yo, Chaos, look, I'm sorry, but, like, you know, moan about a dead PF all you want, but the statistics, like, speak for themselves, man. I don't know what to say. There was a time that you were, like, whole percents ahead of Light. It was always relatively close. But Chaos was always ahead. But not anymore. 58% conversion. Yeah, I mean, like, that's a lot. But, like, this was a pretty easy tier. Especially post-nerf. Like, look, 82% got here. As opposed to 73%. Like, it really speaks for itself. Week 1 clear rates, yeah. That would have been cool. I just don't think they'll ever release stats that are, like, that detailed, sadly. Yeah, man, like, it's crazy. Materia is still slightly ahead of Crystal, though. Dynamis, sorry. That is pretty crazy, though, honestly. Now, you just compare this, like, these statistics to this. Like, don't forget, like, they had more patches, but... It looks to me like... I could be off base here, but Anabasios is probably going to take over in terms of clear numbers. Eventually. Like, we have, but then again, like, the tier is also going to be a lot longer. JP really showed up this tier, I mean... Wait, okay, yeah, you're right, actually. Like, Ether was more than Mana. Mana must have really not liked the tier or something. But 265,000, like... Obviously, that's not... That doesn't mean that 265,000 people care about the state of raid. Unfortunately. God, imagine. What a utopian world that would be. But... It shows... It's like... It's a fucking checkmate to all the brain-dead fucking... Twitter twats. That tout the whole... Your opinion doesn't matter and you're wrong because only 1% of people raid. Like, yeah, okay, man. How much is that? Well, we looked at Lucky Bancho the other day and it looks to be about 20%. 20-25% of people that get to level, max level, like, try raid. Maybe even more. So, you know, it's interesting. But yeah, like, all the people that's shouting the fucking 1% bullshit, like, shut the fuck up. Like, here is your literal proof. And I guarantee this includes some of you as well. That a lot of people raid. Way more than anyone thinks. Even if they just clear... I mean, I look at fucking, like, look at Abyssos. A lot of people went all the way to 11 before it started dropping significantly. And even this so far, like, 73% is still a fair bit. So whenever somebody says that, you can just show them this and say, shut the fuck up, you moron. Yeah, even ultimates aren't 1%. I don't know what the data on ultimates is. I'm gonna ballpark like maybe 10-15%. Maybe 10%. Much lower than that, you think? I don't know. I think with ultimate pugging, I think it's more. At least for the older ultimates. Maybe not for the newer ones. Like, you might be right there, but for the older ones, there's no way it's only 5%. Aspho. Let's take a look at Aspho again. This has had 2 patches. 348,000. Holy moly. Numbers really dropped off, huh? To be fair, Abyssos was the point where job balance came into, like, the limelight. People were very mad. People didn't like Abyssos. So, like, P8, P1 was, you know, harder than 5 to 7 put together, I guess. Yeah, you know, again, not much movement here. Compare that to 91%, you know, it's pretty close. And Light once again ahead of Chaos. And bear in mind, LPD, wait. World Visit was not a thing. When did DC travel happen? Chat, when did that happen? 6.1. Right. So it was halfway through. And Light still beats Chaos. Doesn't matter. Well, no, I know. But, like, I'm thinking in terms of, like, how do I word this? No, actually, no, you're right. It doesn't matter at all. Shut the fuck up, me. I'm full of shit. Anyway, I told you that, like, a culture shift. I mean, maybe it's possible. That might have been what I was going for, but this definitely goes to show that Light had a fucking surge of people that wanted to, like, get better, and by that I mean clear a Savage tier. Because once again, before this, like, ultimate pugging was in its infancy. At least on Light, only Ucob and Uru were really getting pugged. T wasn't at this point. At least not for a bit. And Chaos was always ahead before this. So this is very interesting. Ultimate clear rates are really low because the point of data you're looking at has to include people that cleared our Savage floor. Right, but they only get easier to clear over time. Especially for the older ultimates. But, you know, this represents a big shift in how Light used to be compared to what it is now. Which rivals Chaos easily. So, you know, that's... Again, materia ahead of dynamis. I think that might be because, though, like, people transferred to dynamis because they probably just didn't care about raiding. Whereas materia is going to be, like, people that both care and don't care. So I guess it kind of makes sense. Drop off to P3S? Yeah, I mean, P3S was hard, man. Like, it was harder, for sure. Like, this is... Okay, so, like, the current tier is the steepest decline. But this was second steepest. So, you know, this lines up with what we've been saying, difficulty-wise, about the tiers. So, you know, that's interesting. Like, 350k did P1, like, and over 300k did P2. Like, that's a lot. Here, I still think they had their philosophy of making the first two floors more accessible. Even Abyssos, I think so too. Here, like, is where I think they threw that away. In aid of, like, beefing up, you know, as you said, like, the name and, like, how mechanics are designed to make you think differently about how to solve them better. So, you know, this is interesting. We have extreme data here. Let's go. Get me in, Chief. Yeah, it's a lot. Wait, hang on. More people cleared Aspho than did Heidelin and Zodiac? Really? Something wrong with Rubicante? Yeah, it was a fucking horrible fight. And no one cares. It's pretty interesting, though. Okay, you can see all of it here, basically. Yeah, I did it like 5 times and never asked for me the next one I have to farm as well. Fuck. Gear carry, please. Well, like, less people did Zodiac than Heidelin, but only just. Fucking murder him, good. I'm glad. People started playing during the Aspho tier. Yes, but those weapons were used in prog. Like, sure, the weapon was more viable, and in some cases probably a slight gain, but the crafted weapon, that is, but like, these weapons were still used in prog. So that wouldn't make a lot of sense. I don't think like 60,000 people went and got crafted weapons as opposed to doing these. I mean, it's possible, but so he didn't drop weapons. Yeah, true. But you could also have used those in prog if it was better for you. Start late, tier late, don't do extremes. Okay, do you know what? Yeah, no, right, that's, yeah, okay, chat, you're right, yeah, true. This had 2 patches to bake, and, like, people would have started late, yeah, okay, yeah, that's why. True. I'm an idiot. I was just thinking of, like, launch, and, like, launch only. Yeah, you're right. Interesting. Interesting data, though. If you guys want to, like, show your friends, post in Discord, laugh at chaos or whatever. Like, there's the link to that. Interesting data though. I'm glad they released that. I've always wanted to see that. I really want to see Ultimates now though. I really do. I really want to see Ultimate data. Like these days. Just general statistics. I don't care about like patches. I just want to see general statistics.